Hello everyone, this is Own Wall Street with the tradersperspective.com doing my weekend analysis for the three major US indices, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, SP 500. Before you have the Dow Jones on the daily time frame. From my video earlier this week, I did indicate that since prices were kind of consolidating and respecting my moving average here and refusing to close under the 20,880 level, I believe, yeah, around there. So anyway, 20,900, let's call it, on this daily time frame. I did indicate that prices could push a little higher, especially with this downtrend line here. If I was to drop down on a lower time frame, you can get a better look at it. But I'm not going to go ahead and do that. First off, I'm going to be out of the country for a little bit. I'm going to be back on the 20th or so, and so my videos will be coming out on the 21st. So look for that. That's one. So secondly, what to expect going forward in this, in the markets. Like what's going to happen? Where are we going? Are we going up, down, sideways? Well, given this candlestick formation, I would say that we do still look to have some more bullish upside, at least in the near term, to possibly test these highs at around 120 or so, or 21,200. And once that happens, I'd be curious to see exactly if the bulls have the strength to continue pushing higher, or are we going to finally take a much needed break and just kind of drift sideways for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and say we might run into 21,200 just to test that level again before we start to see prices kind of finally get overly exhausted and start to fall back down to this level around 20,400. So that's what I'll be looking for. I'd lean towards, the bulls in the beginning of the week pushing up higher to about 21,200, and then the bears would probably take prices back below this 50 period simple moving average, which is this black line here. If that happens, then you can expect the price to come down and check this trend line here as well as the support. If we do get a bounce, then you'd be looking at price going up to around this 50 period simple moving average and then proceeding to test this support level again. And if it fails, then we'd be looking to come back down to about 20,000 on the Dow Jones, and then proceeding lower and lower. Obviously with ups and downs in between. That's what I'd be looking for. So up and then down. If this breaks, we're going lower, test this level here, and then we bounce the test here, and then I should be back in town by then. So again, look for my videos to come out on the 21st. Let me go ahead and review for you the Nasdaq and S&P 500. All right, so here's the Nasdaq. I'll just go ahead and draw in some lines here. We do have prices at all-time highs, quite remarkable. And here's where we started from. So again, I could see this market still going higher. It's just amazing to me that we are still pushing up to new levels, given all of the liquidations that have been occurring publicly by, Mr. Buffett and other big holders. Hedge funds have been liquidating for weeks now. So be careful with these highs. Don't put too much emphasis on them. Just let these markets kind of do what they're going to do, and then wait for the opportunity where you see confirmation to take a trade. But in the meantime, like I said, I'll be out of the country, so I'd expect the markets could try to push a little bit higher before we seeing a little bit of a breather to come back down to this 50 period simple moving average. And by next week, we'd be looking at probably about 59.30 as the 50 period simple moving average level. As we will see this come up to catch up as it's been doing for the past several weeks. So anyway, make sure that you manage your risk, use your stop losses. Don't be too eager to take a trade here. Just kind of let the markets do what they're going to do. We are entering the summertime season, so again, we'll be dealing with lighter volume in the markets. So keep all that on your mind. Let me just go ahead and load the S&P for you. It's pretty much the same as the Dow Jones, where the pattern is identical. Just do this quickly for you here. So we did have price going, from these levels, and we are now at all-time highs. Pushing up the bar here. So that was the previous resistance. So this is what I'd be looking at. Same thing as on the Dow Jones. You want to see this level here on the S&P hold as support, and it's possible for the S&P to again push in a new high here around 2420 possibly, maybe a little bit higher depending on how much more hot air these markets have. But then I'd be looking for prices to kind of drift back, test this level, break, and then fall down to about the 50 period simple moving average. If that fails to hold, then I'd be looking at this trend line and this area to hold as support. So again, manage your risk. I'm on Wall Street. I'll see you all on the 21st. This has been another presentation by thetradersperspective.com. Have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for watching.